Hi everyone, this is Alex from Smartcat AI. I'm here with the super duper Christian Faust, founder of Faust Translations, and we're about to have a very interesting interview today. Hi Christian, how are you?
Hi Alex. Oh, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
I'm so glad to see you. Um, we know that Faust Translation has been, well, a family business running for over 25 years, if I'm not mistaken. Can you tell us a little bit on how it all started?
Oh, it started. I started as a freelancer in the 80s, and yeah, so it's gone a long way. As I said, I started as a freelancer on my own as a one-man company, one-man band, and then in the beginning 90s, I founded the company in Belgium, and regarding request of my clients. Yes, I got some peers and colleagues on board who helped me with several language combination or specialties. And then in the beginning of 2004, we moved with the company to Luxembourg. And since then, we are still growing organically. My wife's doing the accountant. My son Thomas joined 2 years ago as junior manager, and yes, I think that he will continue the business. And now we're 9 people in house, doing all the project management, and we are managing a pool of approximately 800 freelancers and around 35 LSPs. Yes, to fulfill the requirements of all our customers.
Great. I know that you have a strong code of ethics with the company. How did you come up with an idea to work out one?
Oh, that was almost natural because, in my opinion, you have to work in a transparent way because translations are a matter of trust.
That's so
The
true.
customers don't know you, and you have to show them that they can trust in you. So we came up with our code of ethics, and I think in the end it's nothing else than showing your respect for the people on all the sides, not only on the client side, but also on the translator side, and for everybody who is involved, the in-house team too. Yeah, that you're doing the best you can, and always to be open, respectful, and yeah, so it was always a natural thing to come up.
I see. So Luxembourg, what is like to work there, and any advantages or maybe I don't know disadvantages or challenges?
I would say the advantages in Luxembourg are great because all the people from there speak several languages. So in our in-house team, we have people who speak German, English, French, Dutch, Spanish.
So you don't even need freelancers.
Or there are some remaining language combinations too. But it's very useful to have the people on board who speak these languages, or the general language you need in our business. And yeah, it's a nice country. It's very green, and you can, beside work, you can relax. And where we are situated is a small town that offers everything for recreation too. So we're not only targeting on work, but also on some other stuff.
So I know that you have implemented a 5 hour workday instead of well a usual 8 hour day. How did you came up with that idea, and how does it go, and what's up with the efficiency?
Yeah, we implemented this idea in January, and I think Thomas came up with the idea because he read a book of an American guy who has implemented this in the 5-hour workday in his company.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought about if we can do this too, because as you say, the fact is that technology helps us to gain the efficiency we need to realize something different, another work life. It was Ford, I think, in the 20s who invented the 8-hour workday, because before it was 12 or 14 or more hours. And why was it possible? Because of technology. And today, I think we are exactly at the same point where we have the technology that can helps us to improve our personal life. And in my experience, since we already implemented this 5-hour workday in January, so after 8 or 9 months, I can confirm that it works. Of course, it requires that you need some adjustment in the way you work. You have to work concentrated and use the efficiency that the tools are offering. And really, it works. So we now start at 9 and work till 3 p.m. with 1 hour break at lunchtime.
Well, I envy your teammates.
I only can recommend it.
That would make a great,
tell your boss.
What about leisure? What about sports? Anything that you practice with your team or maybe personally?
Yes, of course. That's the other fact. Since we were talking already about work, and work is only one component, I think, in life. We have our private life, and since all of our team members have a partner or family, I think it's important that they have enough time to live their personal life. And yes, technology guarantee that we have this efficiency on one side, and on the other side, yes, it's a physical thing. So I like very much when I see that my team members are doing some sports. So we have a running group, we have a squash court once a week, and yes, everybody can have a annual swimming card. So when you want to go to swim, we have a swim hall nearby. Yes.
Who runs better, you or Thomas?
Oh, I don't want to say anything about it. I think since I'm doing triathlon for 25 years now, I think I'm really good runner. So, okay. But naturally, at one point he will surpass me. I'm sure.
Now, I've seen very interesting, very sunny and great pictures of you practicing surfing. Is that also one of your the sports that you like?
Yes, of course. Yeah. I told you I'm very in triathlon, but since 3 years now I'm doing a lot of surfing because it's an awesome sport. Or some aspects that you can compare to our business. So,
what are they?
Oh, I think you have to be always prepared to see what's coming, and when the wave's coming, you have to guarantee that you are prepared, that you have the skills to take the wave and leave your competition behind. That's it.
What are your thoughts on the current state within the technology industry? What are the challenges that it faces, and how does your company answer these challenges?
Yeah, I think the most important challenges we face today is that we have to deliver everything faster at a good or better quality and at a better price. So I think these are the challenges for the whole translation industry. That you have to use opportunities. Because I know there are a lot of peers, translators, or translation agency that are very skeptical about, or not only clients too, cloud technology, privacy, machine translation, always a topic that's discussed. For me, these are challenges, of course, but I'm not afraid of this. I see this as opportunities, and yes, I think we reorganized very well last year and this year to make the best out of it, and I think we are at a very good point, or I think at a leading point in the industry, and we are very, I think, good prepared for the future.
Wonderful. So you mentioned machine translation. Do I figure correctly that you are using machine translation in your business? And what are your thoughts on neural machine translation? Google, Microsoft. What are your thoughts on Lilt being an adaptive machine translation? Share it with us.
Since I'm a translator, I work with all these engines myself, trying them out and testing. And okay, when I first got into contact with this translation engine from Lilt, I was shocked. Really, I was shocked. Because I did a test translation from English into German, and I had a lot of segments that were perhaps stylistically not 100%. You can change it a little bit. But grammatically and from the sense and in the end, you had nothing to change. It wasn't a must. So as a translator, yes, for me it was shocking. But then I realized that's exactly where we're going, or where all this thing is going. That the role of a translator, I think, in the future is going to change. And there were a translator in the past has to invent the sentence. I think he will, in the future, will more and more become some kind of editor and do some post-editing, more or less. It depends from the language combination. I think from English to German you have a lot of data. That's not always the case for other language combinations. But yeah, that's the future, and I like it very much because we can translate faster at a higher speed, and I like also the idea of predictive typing that Lilt brought in, because you have not so many typos in there. You can tap the words, tick, 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 and the sentence is done. So it's...
What is your opinion on the future development of the market, and what does the future hold for translation businesses?
Yeah, I think we are living in very interesting times. So I've never seen in my 25 or 30 years as a translator such fast development. And our industry, yes, we will see very interesting technology developments in the future. And I think the importance of our industry is growing.
Christian, do you consider a collaborative workflow? How do you see it, and how do you integrate all parties within one workflow?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you know from Smartcat, because you want all the parties involved in a certain project to communicate the best way possible. In the past, the problem was that we have to send lots of emails between all the project managers and clients, people, and the translator and the proofreader, and so on and so on and so on. And by the way, you have to organize all these emails to certain projects of certain files and so on. And since we use Smartcat, it's quite different because everybody communicates within the environment, and every question and every topic is exactly there where you're looking for it. So we send no emails anymore and communicate within the environment, and it's perfect. Yes.
That's great. So you mentioned that you have around 800 freelancers. When you first started implementing Smartcat, was it difficult to advocate it to that many people?
Yes, of course. Not because of the environment itself, but because all these freelancers are requested to use a lot of CAD tools from the other agencies.
Yeah, these poor guys.
Yes, exactly. And so when we came up with the idea, the first reaction was, oh no, not another CAD tool, not another one. But this was only the first reaction. After I had the possibility to speak with them and explain what's supposed to be, how it works, and that it's quite different from the other CAD tools. And then after 1 or 2 weeks that they used it and we talked again, they were convinced.
Why did you decide to partner with Smartcat and advocate it all over the globe? Why?
That's easy because last year we had a look at almost all CAD tools on the market because we want to see what's going on. And we recognized that most of the companies were trying to sell us something. And with Smartcat we experienced some other way of doing business, and from the beginning we had the feeling of partnership, so that Smartcat wanted to support us in our business, in what we're doing, and to have success. And yes, that is the same way how we want to do business with our clients, because it's about being partners and reach the ultimate goal, the goal in common. Yes, and so we decided to go with Smartcat because it's really some kind of partnership.
How does Smartcat help your business?
Yes, Smartcat is not only a CAD tool; it's an ecosystem, and it helps us on one side as a CAD tool, but we are able to integrate everything we need into this ecosystem. That means a communication with translators and editors, proofreaders. We can integrate other applications like Progemos or LexiQA via API, and yes, it helps us to gain a lot more of efficiency, and that is how I like it.
Christian, thank you very much. Any final thoughts?
Yes, as I said, I think we are living in very interesting times, and in our translation industry, everything is changing very fast. And I really think that perhaps when we meet for our next interview in 3 or 5 years, we will see quite a different market with new players, and I think perhaps some other big players that there are today, perhaps we were missing.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a real pleasure, and I'm really hoping that the next interview will be sooner, not 3 or 5 years. Thank you very much. This was an interview with Christian from Faust Translations. See you.